With the Cold War Alpha in full swing and the launch of the full game not being for another 2 months nearly, it's a bit concerning to me that we're already seeing some major zombies leaks. So this all began about a week ago where someone posted a few screenshots of an in-game tutorial mode for Cold War zombies that were right away dismissed, and people thought that they were fake but were later validated once the wider community got a hold of them. These screenshots, while not showing anything too major or groundbreaking, are still showing off Cold War Zombies mode for the first time. I also mentioned that it showed a tutorial mode, which I can only assume was added in to show the higher ups at Treyarch how the game is progressing, and to show them how to play the game without becoming confused and wanting to change the project on the fly, maybe because they wouldn't understand it so much. This tutorial mode probably won't make it into the final cut of the game that we see in November, especially with the backlash that World War II received a few years ago for having a guided Easter egg that was solved before the game had launched worldwide. I remember a few years ago, everyone was massively upset that this was even a consideration on the part of Sledgehammer Games for World War II, and because a lot of people happened to get their hands on the game early, and because it wasn't really all that challenging to go through the guided tutorial Easter egg, many people were upset. There's also another unconfirmed leak that, if it ends up coming true, is a huge problem. A well-known leaker who I will not be crediting for reasons that I will explain tweeted out that they were told an important Easter egg step in Cold War's launch map. Again, I will not be linking, crediting anyone or anything of the kind because I personally do not believe that you should be searching this out. It will partially spoil the game for you, and this leads into why I'm actually making this video. For those of you that are already subscribed to my channel, you know that I don't cover leaks very often. I try to avoid them as much as possible, and within the zombies community, leaks have sort of become persona non grata, if you are familiar with the expression, and it's just not really my thing to cover. But I'm very concerned right now because if there is a source within Treyarch or on the QA team who is leaking not just in-game screenshots, but potential Easter egg steps before we even see a proper zombies reveal trailer, then who knows what we're going to see before the launch of the game. These set of circumstances could potentially damage the game and the zombies community severely. If you're unfamiliar with the inner workings of the zombies community, whenever a new game or map launches, the entire community goes on a massive Easter egg hunt where we follow the main storyline quest, finish a boss fight, and see the outro cutscene that advances the storyline. And those few days that we usually get to hunt for an Easter egg are typically what a large majority of people look forward to. It's when the most eyes are on zombies, and typically where most of the sales for maps are made, or where most people are going to get their opinion of the map going forward for years to come. Going off past events where Easter egg hunts have been cut short by leaked steps, or completed before the world even gets to play them, as I mentioned earlier, it severely damages that map and the overall game's likelihood of succeeding long term. It's like taking a balloon that you fill with hype where it keeps expanding while we see trailers and wait for the game to release. Slowly it gets massive while we're hunting and the entire community feels good, and knowing that the wait for this game was going to be worth it once the Easter egg is solved. For many of us, that's what keeps us coming back to zombies year after year and map after map, is that great feel-good community moment when the Easter egg is finally solved and someone finishes the boss fight. Now imagine that being taken entirely away before we even see a trailer, or in many players' cases, getting our hands on the multiplayer beta. And this could all potentially come after the zombies community has experienced a rough last few years. In 2017, we had Zombies Chronicles release, which was really a high point for us, and we could all turn our attentions towards Black Ops 4 and the new maps to come. When Black Ops 4 released though, we hit a brand new low point where for a multitude of reasons, the community soured on the game and many people left for good or took a very long hiatus like we had never seen before. So once again, I would like you to imagine the zombies community is basically just getting the band back together for another Treyarch game. Everyone is hyped, hanging on the edge of their seats, waiting for another chance to play new maps and to solve an Easter egg on a new map. And then suddenly the steps start getting leaked and suddenly no one cares since we don't get the satisfaction of finding these things out on their own. I know some of you may not understand and you may say, well, it shortens the Easter egg hunt and that kinda stinks, but it's really not that damaging to the game in the long term. But as someone who's been around since 2010 and who's seen things like this happen before, I know that the zombies community is very picky. And even from my personal opinions, as someone who doesn't actually participate in the main hunt as soon as a game comes out, I'm focused on making other content and playing the games in other ways. I know that I personally care less about a map if the Easter egg hunt is short, unsatisfying, or we don't get to solve all of the steps ourselves. And so I really hope to God that we see no more major leaks, because it could irreversibly damage Cold War zombies in my opinion, and quite possibly the zombies community forever. Now, I don't have much of a problem with a few in-game screenshots or a few tiny bits of gameplay if we were closer to the launch of the game. Those happen every single year. But Easter egg steps is just straight up off limits, and your 3 seconds of fame as a leaker is not worth ruining this experience for millions of people. As I said a few minutes ago, please do not search out these leaks, because if they are true, it will just hurt every single person involved. I only made this video to make you guys aware that this is happening and to tell you to watch out, and if you see anyone leaking anything about zombies, then block them and don't give them the attention that they are looking for, because that is all that leakers are looking for, is your attention, your click, and your time, because then if you give it to them, then more people are likely to see it. I know that I made the title of this video something that will be clickbait, but the reason for doing that is so that you guys are aware that this is happening and to be able to stay away from it. And I did want to give you the information on what is happening and what has been leaked, so that you don't try to search it out for yourself and you at least have a little bit of knowledge as to what it is, so that you don't spoil yourself on everything. But yes, as I said before, if you are a leaker or if you are someone that knows a leaker, please plead with them that if they know anything about the Cold War zombies Easter egg steps, weapons, characters, anything like that, please tell them to keep it to themselves. Or if someone at Treyarch happens to be watching this video, please, I beg of you guys, go and look at all of your employees and lock this stuff down, because if this is getting out before we even see a proper zombies trailer, I know that we've seen the teaser that we got at the end of, I think it was the multiplayer reveal, but we haven't seen a proper zombies trailer, and if we're getting this stuff now, then that is majorly concerning. All I want is the best for Cold War zombies, because we have had a rough few years as a community. Black Ops 4 did not go over well, and Zombies Chronicles can't keep the community alive forever. We can't constantly be working off of nostalgia. People can't constantly be coming back to do the exact same thing for 25, 30 years. This also might just be a bit of speculation, and I might be completely off base here, but I think that Activision, if this year does not go well for Cold War, could potentially start cutting back zombies and maybe not giving it the attention that it should. So I think the Cold War kinda needs to do well, and if Easter egg steps are being leaked, and even a few people don't end up playing the game because of that, then that is really bad. With all of this being said though, are you guys hyped for Cold War Zombies? Because I am very hyped. I really want this game to succeed. I really hope that Treyarch pulls another rabbit out of the hat and they can make some masterpieces. I know that Blundell is gone. I know that Lee Ross is gone, but my man Craig Houston running the ship like it always should have been. We stand Craig Houston. Anyway, I won't delay the end of the video any longer. I do love you guys so much. If you could please do me a favor and check out the videos that are popping up on the screen right now. I would very much so appreciate it. If you guys want to join the community Discord server, it will be linked in the description down below. I was playing Cold War actually with a few people in the Discord, and it was a lot of fun actually. There's always people to talk to if you want to be kind of stupid and just hang out, talk about zombies, whatever. There's always people online, there's always people to talk to, and I'd very much so appreciate it. Anyway, like the video, subscribe. We're trying to get to 100,000 subs. I love you guys very much. Thank you for chilling. Peace.